there's a bunch of games we can get to. Last night we had a lot of interesting things happen. The Celtics going down to the Embiid-less Sixers. We had OKC ruining Russ's return. But I mean that none of those things even came in close to comparing to what happened on Twitter last night between our guy Kendrick Perkins and Kevin Durant. So let's go to the source himself. We had to get our boy Perk on today, and Scal Perk joins us now from LA, bright and early in the morning. Perk, what's going on, dude? Thanks for hopping on, man.
Yeah, Ceruti, what's going on, man? How y'all feeling?
We're feeling
great,
good.
Perk. What
How
about
are your
you?
mentions, Perk?
I'm feeling good, man. Hey, look, one thing about it, man, I went to sleep real well last night. I went to sleep good. I slept like a baby.
The box fan was on. You sleeping on Durant?
No, they didn't have a box fan in here. Listen, so y'all seen what happened on Twitter last
I
night,
read it
right?
all, man. I couldn't take my eyes off it. It was unbelievable. But we'll get into this. Go ahead.
Okay, so first thing first is this, right? KD is the most sensitive guy in the world. And yesterday, when I was asked about this, whole situation about Russell Westbrook, I did a lot of research. I called the stats guy from OKC and everything. Now, clearly, I'm not saying that Russell Westbrook is the best player, is that he's a better player than Kevin Durant, right? I'm saying that when you talk about the Oklahoma City Thunder, Russell Westbrook is Mr. Thunder. Why is he Mr. Thunder? Because he stayed and embraced the opportunity. KD, you left. When you left the door open for Russ to come in. Russ came right in. He could have folded, but he didn't. He came right in and he did what he was supposed to do. My thing is this. Yesterday was about Russell Westbrook. That's what I made it about. It was his day. He's going back to Oklahoma City. And it was my opinion. In my opinion, Russell Westbrook is Mr. Thunder. He's the when I say this, I mean in the Thunder organization. He's the best player to put a Thunder jersey on. He leads them in points. He leads the organization in rebounds. He leads the organization in assists. He leads the organization in steals. He had 138 triple double while wearing a Thunder uniform. And I said, and it's a list of other things that I don't even feel like reading. It was paragraphs of stuff that he accomplished. The only player to average a 20-20 triple double, and just it was just crazy. So my point in saying was that if Kevin Durant would have stayed with the Thunder, this wouldn't even be a conversation. But I wasn't trying to make this about Kevin Durant. So then a guy named Sam Aduka or something from Boston, he comments and says, he comments on my Twitter and says, hey, um, well, Russ didn't make it out the first round. So I made a point to him and said, well, KD didn't make it out the second round when Russ wasn't there. I wasn't shooting a shot at KD. I'm just making my point to say you can't say that because they needed each other to get out of the to get at that during those particular times, right? So you can't say because a guy didn't make it out the first round. So KD then decides to go at me and says, oh, yeah, well, my center averaged a whopping 2 points and 3 rebounds and tried to kill my character when I put my body on the line for you every night. How you think you got open? How you think you did that? Oh, yeah, you played hard, though, champ. And he tried to put the LOL, but it was serious. So, me, I don't know how to play fair. I don't have a filter. So, what I do is I strike back. Boy, stop playing with me. You did the weakest move in NBA history, up 3-1 in the Western Conference Finals, and then go join them the following season. Yeah, that's a heart of a champion right there.
Yeah, Perk, you didn't hold back. And I mean, I think your original point is right. And I think, people probably thought it was a shot at Kevin Durant, but you're just saying, I mean, all the things you said about why Russ is Mr. Thunder makes sense. I mean, as soon as Kevin Durant left after being up 3-1, he torched the relationship with Oklahoma City fans. He's never going to be beloved there. That's just the way it is. Russ, that last night was about Russ, and Russ is Mr. Thunder. I don't think there's really any debating that. And you're right. Kevin Durant is the better player, but Russ is Mr. Thunder. What's your relationship like with Kevin Durant? Because, I mean, you said he threw the LOL in there like he was kind of joking, but it didn't seem like, it didn't seem like he was joking. You talked about him being sensitive. He just still seems very sensitive about all this stuff of leaving for Golden State and just all the fallout. I don't think he ever expected people to dislike him the way that they do dislike him for making that move. And I think even to this day, it haunts him, Perk.
Yeah, let me just add on to that, Perk. Let me add on to that. Why does he care? Why does he care? I don't understand.
Right.
Like, it wasn't like he was traded. He made the decision to leave. It is clear to everybody who ever watches basketball that Russell Westbrook is Mr. Thunder. I don't know. I think if you ask Kevin Durant the question, I think he would be like, yeah, Russ stuck through it. He got to be Mr. Thunder. It can't be me.
Think so?
So I don't know,
but
he should say that. So, Perk, why does KD care? Why is he doing this?
That's what I'm saying, and that was my whole point. Like, why do you even care? First of all, you the one said you left that organization for dead. Like, you thought when you left that organization, you thought that organization was going to go to nothing. And Russell Westbrook kept that organization afloat. He never missed the playoffs. He always kept them in the middle of the hunt. He did what he was supposed to do. He won the MVP. He did all types of things. So why not? And like I said, my whole argument wasn't to shoot a slug at KD. My whole argument was to rightfully praise Russell Westbrook for what he deserved. I was praising Russell Westbrook for his night. It wasn't nothing more about even thinking about KD. And on top of that, Kevin Durant, you have been on record saying that you don't even care about the organization. So what does it matter?
Oh, because he cares.
You can't have it both ways. If you're Durant, you can't have it both ways. You can't leave, shoot shots with the Twitter account, like the sneaky Twitter account, the burner account, and then want to be Mr. Thunder. It doesn't work like that. But my question, Perk, when this coming through, because I'm over here, I actually got really mad last night when I was reading some of these things. When these fans are coming through, what is the deal, man? How do you handle that? I thought, because first of all, I don't think you were wrong. And all these fans with all the gifts and all the this and that saying you were wrong. And I don't understand it. How did you handle that?
Well, I mean, at that point, I don't care because, you started it. Like, you started this fight. So you tried to make, averaging a whopping 2-3 points a game. Like, you tried to kill what I brought to the table. You tried to diminish me and tried to demoralize my play. So at the end of the day, KD, you the one to talk. When you did the weakest move in NBA history, you went joined the 73-19. Okay, then he fired back with another response of the weak thing is having a starting center that give you no production. Maybe you should have worked on your skills like I did. So I replied back to him and said, you did all that work and still had to go join the 73-19, and you still don't feel like a real champ. I bet it's hard for you to go to sleep at night, huh? Because, go right there, knowing that you took the coward way out.
Perk, you think KD will ever, I don't think he ever thought the backlash would be what it was for going to Golden State. I think he thinks he would have been embraced. He was going to win championships. He would be acknowledged as the best player in the league. And that's just not what happened when he went to Golden State. And to me, he still hasn't recovered from that. Do you think what's going to make him happy? Because I mean, he's going at you. He's going at random people on Twitter. Yeah. It's just it's always this thing of him just being disgruntled and upset. I kind of feel bad for him.
Man, he needs help. That's what he needs. He needs help because the guy is just not in his right mind, bro. Just think about it. You a guy that's you're worth over $300-400 million. Who cares? You're the back-to-back finals MVP. Who cares, bro? But he still goes on this rant. Like, you don't see LeBron James arguing with people on Twitter. And they talk about LeBron James every day. You don't see Anthony Davis arguing with people on Twitter. You don't see none. You don't even see Russell Westbrook or James Harden arguing with people on Twitter. But guess who you do see? You see Kevin Durant. You see Kevin Durant. Just it seems like a lack of insecurity there.
Mm-hmm. Perk, do you resent all the sacrifices you made for Durant, all the screens you set, all the rebounds all the hard fouls that you had to create, all the fines that you had to take for the technical fouls to protect him? Now do you look back and be like, I shouldn't have done any of that?
No, you know what, Scal? I have zero regrets because at the end of the day, people can say what they want, but until I got to Oklahoma City, they never got out of the first round. Period. You can say what you want. They couldn't get past the Lakers. They couldn't get past the Twin Towers at the time, and Paul Gasol and Andrew Bynum. But guess who helped them get past them? Big Perk did.
Yeah.
When I got there, conference finals, conference finals again. So I'm not tripping on that, Kevin. That's who he is. My whole thing was, why are you firing at me? I'm not even talking nothing negative about you. I'm praising Russell Westbrook on his day. And that just goes to show y'all that he still has some type of jealousy or envy in his heart for Russell Westbrook.
It's insecurity is what it is. And Perk, what's your relationship like with KD? But what was your relationship like with him before this? Like, are you guys cool? Like, I mean, this seemed to like kind of come out of nowhere.
Bro, first of all, it was cool, and this it happened to start. We was real tight, and what happened was that him and I fell out when I joined the media world. I'm not going to go into details about a certain situation, but he wanted me to lie and go against Stephen A. Smith about something that Stephen A. Smith was actually telling the truth about, and I didn't do it. I didn't throw him under the bus, but I wasn't about to go up there and sabotage my character or go against Stephen A. Smith, who is Mr. ESPN, and make myself look bad. So after that, he was like, dog, he was like, oh, man, you ain't real. You not real. And I'm like, what do you mean I'm not real? I didn't throw you under the bus, KD. You just asking me to do something that's like, you're asking me to go on here and basically lie and debate with Stephen A. Smith. And then all of a sudden, I get killed by Stephen A. Smith, and he bring up facts. And KD, are you gonna pay my light bill? Are you gonna put food in my children's mouth? Man, I'm doing a job now, bro. This is another job. I'm not gonna kill you, but at the end of the day, you can't expect me to go on air and lie for you.
Perk, to close it out, I mean, if you could say one thing, we'll leave you with this. If you could say one thing to KD right now, like what would you want to say to him to close this thing out?
He wrong, man, and he know it, dog. He know what my heart is. I raised this dude. I raised him to be a man when I was at OKC, and you're wrong, bro. Like, you're completely wrong, and you need to look yourself in the mirror. Whatever you got going on with OKC and Russell Westbrook, leave me out of it, bro. All I was doing was my job. And yesterday, before I went on SportsCenter and the Jump, my job was to talk about how was the Thunder going to praise Russell Westbrook, and where does Russell Westbrook rank in Thunder history? That was my job, and I had to talk about it, period.
Yeah, that's fair, Perk. Well, man, we appreciate you hopping on. Scott, you got one more thing, or are you good?
Yeah. For all you people out there, Perk keeps it 100.
Yeah, listen, I mean, we know that's our guy, Perk. We got your back. Don't worry about it. And we appreciate you hopping on today, telling your side of the story. I mean, listen, it was entertaining as hell last night for guys like Scal and I. So we appreciate you doing that. We appreciate you hopping on, and have a good weekend. Try to, enjoy yourself in LA, and we'll talk to you next week.
All right, thank you.